Today's topic is how to politely agree and disagree in English. So, I'm going to give you some helpful vocabulary to agree and disagree with people in English. One of the issues that non-native speakers have in any language is that because you're not a native of that language, you don't always know what is polite and what is not polite. So, in our own languages, we have words that have very negative, aggressive, right, confrontational connotations that make people feel something. Um, because they're used to that word, this is how the word is used, if that makes sense. And so when you're trying to learn how to discuss something with someone, you want to be careful because maybe you don't want to be rude, maybe you do not want to be aggressive, or you're not trying to fight in English, but the other person may not be sensitive to that and may take it wrong. They may feel offended, or they may feel frustrated because of the words that you choose, right? So I hope today will be helpful for you in that way. Excuse me. So I created, let me see, where is this? Yep, this. I created this PDF a while ago, and I may have shared it in my moments before, but today, excuse me, we're going to talk about it. So these are some things, and if you follow me on HelloTalk, so if you follow me here on HelloTalk, then I will post this in my moments after the live so that you can have this. You can use it, do what you want with it. I don't care. So yeah, I'll put it in my moments for use. Yeah, I know you cannot use YouTube in China. Yeah, I know. So for example, there are 3 slides here. Things to say when you disagree. So here are some ways to introduce a thought if you disagree. So if you want, you can take a screenshot if you'd like to use this for the rest of today's live. Or you can wait until I post it in my moments. But you can say things like, well, I think that blah, blah, blah. Well, I think the chocolate ice cream is good. Polite disagreement. But don't you think that vanilla really tastes better? So again, it's kind of indirect, it's kind of polite, it's not aggressive. Let me get my laser. Another way to look at it is, I don't entirely agree that um, that avocados are bad for your health. I don't entirely agree. Okay. That's an interesting idea, but I don't think so. That's an interesting idea, but I think I disagree. Or, so you can use these. Of course, there are more. You can put them in the chat. If you want, if you know any more, you can put them in the chat. I think that would be very helpful for people. Or does anyone have any other nice ways to disagree? Well, yeah, maybe you were right if you think so. Yeah, that one is less disagreeing and more like, I don't really want to talk about this. You say, maybe you're right. That means I'm not going to say that you're right, but I don't really feel like disagreeing with you. Um, yeah, any others? Does anyone have any others? Hilda says, I'm not sure about that. Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, so if people type them in the chat, you could write those down if you have something to write those down. I'm not sure about that. I prefer. Yeah, Diana says, I beg to differ. I beg to differ. You can say that. That one's actually a little bit more, that one's a little bit more aggressive, actually. I beg to differ. It's usually said in a slightly more aggressive way. I beg to differ. And it's also kind of formal. I don't know that we really use that one that much. Um, but yeah, any others? I have another idea. Yeah, yeah, you could say that. Well, I have another idea. How about blah, blah, blah? That's an interesting idea to go to the park on Friday, but don't you think that you should go, Mariam, go shopping too? Yeah, but don't you think that, yep, that's a good use of that one. Nice. Yeah, using questions such as, are you sure? Yeah, Zubir, you could do that. You say, are you sure about that? Or are you sure that's true? Are you sure? Yeah, that's a great one. Yeah, you guys steal these, okay? If you see them in the chat, try to, write them down or take a screenshot. That's a good point, but that's a good one. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, you have a point. That's a good point. Mm-hmm. Um, Thanks for sharing. Can I ask? Yeah, you could say, Purry Pot, you could say, yeah, thanks for sharing your thoughts or thanks for sharing your opinion. That's always very polite to thank someone for expressing themselves, for expressing their opinion. Um, I'm afraid I don't share that view. Diana, so you want to say that a little bit differently. I'm afraid I can't share this view. Instead of that, I'm afraid I don't share that view. I partly agree. That's a good one. Yeah, I partly agree. I partly agree. Or you could also say, I somewhat agree. Somewhat. Somewhat. Okay. Let's see. Someone's asking, do I have courses? Yeah, I do not right now. I don't have availability for private classes right now because I'm so busy. I also have a job. I teach English in person for a college. So that takes a lot of my time. But if I have more opportunities, I will definitely let you know. Yeah, Purry Pot, I'm not sure. You are completely right. Good. So let's move on. Um, I'm going to skip this one for now so we can move on. So things to say. So for just so you know, here I will put these in my moments, but I also have ways to ask for more information. Like, I don't understand. Can you explain yourself more? Like, how so? What do you mean by? Okay. So, but I'm going to skip that for now. You can look at that later if you follow me. Okay. Things to say when I agree. Right here. I completely agree with you. So if you agree with someone, I completely agree with you. My thoughts exactly. My thoughts exactly. And I really recommend when I'm reading these that you repeat them if you have some privacy, if you are alone or you don't mind. Practice repeating them after me. Try to sound like me. I have a very, very standard general American accent. So if you want to practice an American accent, a US accent, um, copy me because my accent is very standard. My thoughts exactly. My thoughts exactly. I feel the same way. I feel the same way. We often, in English, we often use feel in the way of understand. So you could actually use it in the opposite way. You could say, yeah, I'm not really feeling that. Yeah, I don't really feel that. It's very informal. Yeah, Summer, we are on the same page. That's a great one. So you guys can save that one. We're on the same page. We use that one a lot, that expression to be on the same page. So it's like the page of a book, right? It's an expression. So here's a book. Oh yeah, we're on the same page, right? We're together. We understand each other. Yep, Mariam, I'm with you. Yeah, I'm with you. That's a bit informal. I'm with you. That's a good one. Save that one. Puri Pot, Puri Pot mentioned we are on the right track. That one does not really work. We're on the right track is a great expression, but it's not agreement. It means we're doing the right thing, basically. We're on the right track. So, like you, for example, you by participating in this live with a certified English teacher, me, it means you're on the right track to learn English. You're on the right track. It's kind of like a running track. A track like a race track when you're running. If you're exercising or running in a race, that's the track, what you run on. So it's like you're on the right path. You're on the right track. You're right. I have the same idea. Yeah. Yep, I'm on the right track practicing English with you. Yeah, exactly. You have a point there, Shaw. That's a good one. You have a point there. That's a good one. Artemis, I'm on your side. Yeah, that means more like I support you. If you say I want to learn, oh sorry, if you say I'm on your side, I'm on your side. It means I support you. I am on your team. Okay? Um oh, I see what you mean by that. I see what you mean. I see what you mean. And again, I'm repeating so that you can also repeat after me if you'd like. I see what you mean. Oh, Hilda, we're on the same boat. Hmm. No, in the same boat. We're in the same boat, Hilda. Where is the expression? We're in the same boat. No, so Hilda mentioned the expression, we're in the same boat. We're in the same boat means we are in the same situation. It means we understand each other. It means we can empathize with each other. So if I say, for example, when I was a new mom, right? When I was a new mom and I had an infant, right? I had an infant. I also knew a couple other moms who had infants too. And so I could be with the other moms and I could say, oh my gosh, like I have not slept more than 3 hours in days. And the other mom could say, I am in the same boat. I am in the same boat. I haven't slept in, 3 months, 10 years. I haven't slept. I'm in the same boat. Okay. Here we go. You took the words right out of my mouth. Means I could have said that too. You know? I could have said that too. You took the words right out of my mouth. Yeah, Jean. Yeah, you could say or Jean. Is it Jean or Jean? We see eye to eye. Jean, you can say we see eye to eye. You can say that. We don't say I see eye to eye with you. We just say we see eye to eye. Yeah, that's so true. Yeah. Um, yeah, Jean, it's fine. That it is perfectly proper to say we see eye to eye, but it's not I see eye to eye with you. We don't say it that way. Yeah, you could say we don't see eye to eye. If you're if you're disagreeing, you could say, I'm sorry, but we just don't see eye to eye, right? Yeah, so those are all great, you guys. I hope, yeah, so this, I will post this on my moments in HelloTalk. So please make sure you follow me in HelloTalk. I also wanted to show you, I found, so this slide, these PDFs right here, I created these belong to me. I also found another one that someone else created that, let's see, here it is. I found this and I thought it was really good. I just found this online, but I'll share this as well. So this one has some agreeing and disagreeing, but it also has ways to interrupt someone. So to interrupt, to stop someone speaking. Um, And yeah, I really appreciate your ideas. Good. So this has interruptions. It also says how to say in another way. I don't Another is misspelled here. It should be one word. That's a typo. But I think these ideas are good. So again, this one is not I did not create this one, but I think it's helpful. So I will share this with you as well. Asking for repetition. Would you mind repeating that? Pardon? We usually say excuse me or what was that? Not usually pardon, but it works. I'm afraid I didn't catch that. Are you saying? Okay, so I will post this as well in my moments. Okay, so let me bring this. Any questions so far, you guys? Any questions about expressions that you have heard before I continue? Any questions about any expressions? Any questions? Okay, if you have questions about any of those, go ahead to turn, oh, Purry Pat, to turn a blind eye is the expression. And that doesn't have to do with agreeing. Um, to turn a blind eye is like to ignore. Is like to ignore. Okay, that one doesn't have to do with agreeing. Yeah, Mike, the meaning of see eye to eye is to agree. So it's kind of like looking, like looking into someone's eyes. If you see eye to eye, right, it means you agree. So it's like this. Yeah, we see eye to eye. We agree. We understand each other. So if you say the opposite, we don't see eye to eye, it means we don't understand each other. We disagree, we don't understand each other. We have a different perspective. Okay? Okay, let's see. The class time fixed. I don't know what that means, Orange. I do have a scheduled time that I am here, so I will be here for another 30 minutes. Okay, till the top of the hour. Okay, good. So let's move on to the next activity so that we can practice. Okay, I hope this will be fun. So, oh, thank you, Sha, for the gift. That's so kind. Um, so I found a lot of stuff for today. I love that. It's nice because if I create stuff here, then I can create stuff, you know, I can use it in my in-person class. I can use it later. It's great. So I found some online, I found some unpopular opinions. Okay. So yes, Artemis, I do have a fixed time schedule of my live stream. It's pretty fixed. Yeah, so um yeah, I'm usually here at the same times each week. Okay, so yeah, so online I found some unpopular opinions. So these are opinions that are not necessarily popular. So what I want to do is practice with you. I'm going to show these opinions and I want you to tell me, I want you to practice using some of those expressions, right? Some of the expressions that we talked about and showed you to agree or disagree with the unpopular opinion. Okay? So practice agreeing and disagreeing with these unpopular opinions. And I will provide this to you as well, okay? Hi Amber, good to see you. Okay, here we go. You ready? What's the first one? So you'll get the hang of it. You'll understand. Here we go. Unpopular opinion. Making the bed is a pointless chore. Making the bed is a pointless chore. So pointless means it has no purpose. It's useless, right? It's ridiculous. So what do you think? And I will have some people come live with me. Yeah, so disagree. Okay, so Yuki says, yeah, so you want to say, Yuki, we see eye to eye. We see eye to eye. I think, yeah. Oh, chore, Anna, chore is it's those things that you do around the house, like laundry, washing dishes, making the bed, cleaning up. Good. So you guys, I see people agreeing and disagreeing. Please try to use some of those polite expressions because we're trying to practice those expressions. So try to be polite in your response. Yuki, because we see eye to eye. Okay, we're looking at each other. It's us. There's 4 eyes. There are 4 eyeballs here, not just yours. So we see eye to eye. Good, Mike. I'm afraid I do not agree. I'm afraid I do not agree. I have my justification, Pripot. That does not make much sense. Do I need to bring the expressions back up? Maybe that's what I'll do. I'll bring the expressions back up. You completely agree? Let me bring it up. You took the words right out of my mouth. Good one. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Let me see here. So let's look at this. So the unpopular opinion is making the bed is a useless chore. What do you guys think? What do you think? Making the bed is a useless chore. I'll give my response so you can see. So I think exactly the same thing. I completely agree. We see eye to eye. I am not a fan of making the bed. I don't understand why people make beds because then you just get in your bed again later. Or maybe it's because I like to take naps. So I don't entirely agree that it's useless. Look at that. Did you see that? I don't entirely agree that it's useless, but I do agree, but I see what you mean by making the bed being a useless chore. So there's a lot of things you can say. Yeah, I like that. Anna says it depends on if I have visitors. Yeah, that's true. I always make the bed for visitors. Yeah, guys, can I tell you a secret? I rarely make my bed. I do not. I do not make my bed. Maybe that makes me a slob. I don't know. I do totally agree with this one.